A bank account is running under your name, and all its funds are transferring into someone else's hands without your knowledge. Right now, as you sit here reading this, something unimaginable is happening behind the scenes. Your hard-earned money, the savings you've worked tirelessly to build, could be vanishing into an abyss, all while you remain unaware. And by the time you realize it, it may be too late. What if I told you that your identity or your financial security could be at risk this very moment? What if someone, somewhere, was siphoning away what is rightfully yours? Think about it. Have you checked your bank statements recently? Have you looked closely at every transaction, every deposit, and every withdrawal? Have you verified that your personal details are safe, secure, and untouched by prying hands? This is not a mere hypothetical scenario. Every single day, thousands of people wake up to find their accounts emptied, their credit ruined, and their futures compromised. They never imagined that they could be a victim. They thought their money was safe, their financial world unshakably, until the moment it wasn't. You might be thinking, surely, I would know if something was wrong. But the truth is, financial fraud is more sophisticated than ever. It doesn't come with warning sirens. It happens in the shadows, disguised in ways that even the most cautious individuals overlook. It could be a small, unnoticeable charge, you $1 here, a few cents there. It might look like an innocent transaction, but in reality, it's a test. Scammers start small, gauging whether they can go unnoticed. And once they do, they strike with full force. And the worst part? It might not even be a stranger. Sometimes, the betrayal comes from someone you know, someone you trust. A friend, a relative, a colleague, or someone who has access to your personal information and exploits it for their own gain. Imagine waking up one morning to find that your bank balance is zero. Imagine calling your bank, only to hear that transactions you never authorized have drained everything. Imagine the sinking feeling of realizing that what you spent years saving is now in the hands of someone else, and there's nothing you can do to get it back. It's a nightmare that no one thinks will happen to them until it does. And that's why you must act now. So, what can you do? Check your accounts regularly, log into your bank account and go through every transaction. If something looks off, even slightly, investigate it. Set up alerts. Most banks allow you to set up real-time notifications for withdrawals and deposits. If any money moves without your knowledge, you'll know immediately. Strengthen your security, change your passwords often, enable two-factor authentication, and never share your banking details with anyone. Monitor your credit report. Identity thieves don't just steal money, they steal your financial future. Checking your credit report can reveal if someone is using your name for fraudulent loans or credit cards. Be wary of unsolicited calls and emails. If you receive an unexpected message claiming to be from your bank, verify it before taking any action. Banks never ask for sensitive information through email or text. Freeze your account if needed. If you suspect fraudulent activity, don't hesitate to put a temporary hold on your account. It's better to be safe than sorry. This is not meant to scare you, it's meant to wake you up. Financial fraud is a silent predator, and if you don't stay vigilant, you could be its next victim. But there's hope. Awareness is your greatest defense. By taking proactive steps today, you can protect your money, your identity, and your future. So, I ask you, when was the last time you checked your accounts? When was the last time you ensured that your finances were truly in your hands? Don't wait until it's too late. Act now, because your financial security is worth more than a moment of ignorance. Check your bank account today before someone else does. The danger is closer than you think, lurking in the digital shadows, preying on your inattention, waiting for the moment you let your guard down. You might assume that financial fraud is something that only happens to those who are careless, those who don't pay attention, those who make obvious mistakes. But the reality is far more terrifying. It happens to the careful ones, the cautious ones, the ones who believe they have done everything right. You might have the strongest passwords, the most secure accounts, and the keenest eye for suspicious activity, but even that might not be enough. Cybercriminals are not amateurs, they are professionals, working tirelessly to find ways around security measures, exploiting the smallest vulnerabilities, and using tactics so advanced that you don't even realize you've been compromised until the damage is irreversible. They infiltrate bank systems, hack into personal accounts, create fake identities, and use sophisticated social engineering techniques to deceive even the smartest individuals. They send emails that look identical to your bank's official communication, they make phone calls that sound so legitimate you would swear you're speaking with a real bank representative, and they manipulate you into giving them the keys to your financial kingdom without you even realizing it. It could be something as simple as clicking a link, responding to a message, or believing a phone call is real. And once they have access, the consequences are devastating. It starts with small transactions, ones you don't even notice, ones that seem insignificant. A charge for $1.99, a withdrawal of $5, a transaction labeled as a subscription service you don't remember signing up for. These are tests, designed to see if you are paying attention. And if you aren't, if you ignore those tiny charges, if you brush them off as nothing, then they strike. Suddenly, larger amounts disappear. Hundreds, then thousands, then everything. Your account is drained, your identity stolen, your credit destroyed. You scramble to contact your bank, desperate to undo the damage, but by the time you act, the money is long gone, funneled through multiple accounts, laundered, untraceable. Your entire financial security wiped out in a matter of moments, and all because of one moment of inattention. It is a terrifying reality, and it is happening every single day. Right now, someone's life savings are being stolen. Right now, someone's financial future is being destroyed. Right now, someone is realizing that everything they worked for is gone. And the worst part? Most victims never see justice. The criminals disappear, leaving behind nothing but devastation. The banks, despite their promises of protection, cannot always recover stolen funds. The police, overwhelmed with cases, struggle to track down the perpetrators. And the victims? They are left to pick up the pieces, forced to rebuild from nothing. burdened with the crushing realization that their trust, their security, their financial stability, all of it was an illusion. But you don't have to be a victim. You have the power to protect yourself, to take action before it's too late. Start today. Log into your accounts. Check every transaction. Set up alerts. Strengthen your passwords. Be suspicious of every call, every email, every message. Stay informed, stay cautious, stay in control. Because if you don't, someone else will. And when that happens, the regret will be unbearable. This is your wake-up call. Your financial future depends on what you do next. So don't wait. Check your bank account today before someone else does. This is not just a warning, it's a call to action. You've made it this far, which means you now understand the gravity of the situation. You've seen how easily financial security can be shattered, how quickly trust can be betrayed, and how silently money can slip away into the hands of those who manipulate, deceive, and exploit. But understanding is only the first step. What you do next is what truly matters. Will you take this as a moment of awareness, or will you let it slip away as just another cautionary tale? Because the difference between those who remain secure and those who fall victim is simple: vigilance. The ones who act, who take control, who refuse to ignore the warning signs, they are the ones who stand strong against the silent thieves of the digital world. So, I ask you again, when was the last time you checked your accounts? When was the last time you ensured that your personal and financial information was protected? The answer to that question might determine your fate. If you wait, if you assume it won't happen to you, you're already making yourself a target. Because the truth is, cybercriminals don't wait. They don't hesitate. They don't give you the courtesy of a second chance. They strike when you least expect it. They thrive in your inaction. But today, right now, you have the power to stop them before they even begin. Take a moment, just a few minutes, to do what could save you from months, even years, of devastation. Log into your accounts, review your statements, strengthen your security, and remain alert. Do it now, before someone else does. And as you take this step toward protecting yourself, I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced fraud? Have you ever noticed a transaction you didn't recognize? Have you ever had that sinking feeling that something wasn't right? Your story matters. Your voice could be the one that saves someone else from going through the same nightmare. Share your experience in the comments. Let's start a conversation. Let's bring awareness to this silent crisis. Because knowledge shared is power multiplied. Don't just read this and walk away. Engage. Comment. Speak out. Together, we can turn awareness into action and protect ourselves and each other from becoming the next victims. So tell me, what are you going to do next? Let me know below. My beloved, listen carefully to my words, for this message is not one to be taken lightly. I speak to you now as a warning, as a shield, as a guiding light in a world filled with shadows. The reality of financial fraud is harsh, and it does not discriminate. It does not care about your age, your kindness, your trust, or your good intentions. It comes like a thief in the night, creeping in unseen, until one day, you wake up to find that what was once secure has been taken from you. But take heart, for I do not bring you this message to fill you with fear. No, my child, I bring you this message to empower you, to awaken you, to call you to action before it is too late. You must understand that evil does not rest. The forces that seek to steal, kill, and destroy are relentless. Hackers, scammers, and even those who wear the mask of friendship and family are finding new ways every day to deceive and take advantage of unsuspecting souls. Darkness moves in silence, creeping into places you once thought were secure. But listen to me, you do not have to be one of the fallen. You do not have to wake up one day to the crushing realization that everything you have worked for, everything you have saved, has slipped through your fingers like sand in the wind. You have the power to take action. You have the authority to secure what I have entrusted to you. You are not powerless, though the enemy wants you to believe otherwise. You are not defenseless, though complacency may whisper to you that all is well. Let this moment be your turning point. Let this message be the whisper in your spirit that stirs you to vigilance. I do not send my warnings in vain. Those who have ears to hear, let them hear. My voice is calling you now, shaking you from your slumber, urging you to act before the storm arrives. Do not let complacency lull you into a false sense of security. Ignoring the danger does not make it go away. No, it only makes you more vulnerable. It only makes the path of destruction easier for those who seek to devour. The enemy is cunning, waiting for a moment of weakness, a gap in your defenses. And when he finds it, he strikes without mercy. Think about this: what if this is your last chance to prevent something disastrous? What if checking your account today could save you from a financial catastrophe tomorrow? What if taking just 5 minutes right now to secure your finances could be the difference between security and devastation? Will you heed this warning, or will you let it pass you by, thinking, it will never happen to me? Many have said those words before, only to find themselves drowning in regret when the theft is discovered too late. I see what you do not. I see the plots formed in the shadows, the traps laid in secret, the hands waiting to strike when you least expect it. I am warning you now because I love you, because I desire your well-being, because I do not want to see you weep over losses that could have been prevented. So take action, my child. Do it now. Do not wait until it is too late. Log into your bank account. Review your transactions. Check for anything suspicious. Set up alerts that will notify you of unusual activity. Strengthen your passwords so they are not easily breached. Freeze your credit if necessary, so that no one can open fraudulent accounts in your name. Take the steps I have placed before you, for once the damage is done, reversing it will be an uphill battle, one that not everyone wins. Do you understand? This is not just advice. This is a choice, a test of your wisdom and discernment. You have the power right now to act, to protect yourself, to shield what I have given you. But you also have the power to ignore this warning, to dismiss it, to believe that you are immune. and my child, that choice will determine your future. Evil does not announce itself. It does not come dressed in darkness, warning you of its presence. No, it hides behind emails that look real, behind phone calls that seem urgent, behind voices that sound trustworthy. It comes wrapped in familiarity, waiting for the moment you least expect. Have you noticed the world growing darker? Have you seen how deception has increased, how lies spread faster than truth, how fraudsters move without conscience? This is not just a warning for the future, this is happening now. I am revealing it to you because I want you to be protected. You do not have to be a victim. You do not have to suffer what others have suffered. But you must act. Do not think, I will do it tomorrow. Do not say, I am too busy right now. The enemy does not wait for you to have time. He does not wait for a convenient moment. He moves when you are distracted, when you are comfortable, when you believe you are safe. But I am calling you to rise up, to stand in wisdom, to fortify what I have given you. Take inventory of your finances. Know where your money is going. Guard your information like a treasure, for indeed, it is. Do not share details carelessly. Do not trust blindly. Be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. The world is not as it once was. The days of leaving doors unlocked and trusting in good intentions are gone. Now, you must be diligent. Now, you must walk with discernment. Do you think this warning is coincidence? Do you believe that I have brought this to your attention for no reason? No, my child, I am speaking directly to you because I see what is coming. I see what has already been set in motion, and I desire to shield you from harm. The time to act is now. Do not ignore the whisper in your spirit. Do not brush aside the uneasiness you feel. That is me, warning you, stirring you, trying to get your attention before it is too late. I do not take pleasure in watching my children suffer. I do not delight in seeing them robbed of their hard-earned blessings. But I can only warn you, I cannot force you to act. That choice is yours. The enemy thrives on delay. He hopes you will wait. He hopes you will dismiss this message. He hopes you will do nothing because that is when he can strike. But you are not helpless. You are not defenseless. I have given you wisdom. I have given you knowledge. I have given you the ability to take precautions. Use them. Change your passwords today. Enable two-step verification. Be cautious with emails and phone calls that ask for your information. If something seems off, do not ignore it. Verify everything. Double-check. Triple-check. Stay ahead of the schemes. Be a step ahead of those who would take from you. For the thief does not announce his arrival. He does not knock on the door and ask permission to enter. He comes when you are sleeping, when you are unaware, when you are too comfortable to notice. But I have given you a lamp to light your path. I have given you the tools to stay protected. Will you use them? Or will you leave yourself open, unguarded, vulnerable? This is your moment of decision. This is the moment you choose between wisdom and negligence, between action and passivity, between security and devastation. My child, I have spoken. Now, the choice is yours. Do not delay. Do not hesitate. Move swiftly, for time waits for no one. The storm does not ask if you are ready before it strikes. It simply comes. Be ready. Be vigilant. Be wise. And above all, trust that I have given you this warning because I love you. I desire to protect you, but you must take the steps I have placed before you. Do it now, for the enemy waits for no one. He is always watching, always seeking, always searching for an opening. Do not give him one. Stand firm. Be alert. Protect what I have blessed you with, for it is precious, and I have given it to you as a gift. Honor it. Guard it. Cherish it. This is your warning. This is your wake-up call. Take action, and take it now. For tomorrow is never promised, and regret is a burden too heavy to bear. Choose wisdom. Choose protection. Choose to act. And you will see my hand shielding you from what was meant to harm you. I am with you. Now go and do what must be done. Which path will you take? There are many who have suffered because they did not see the danger until it was too late. Some have lost their savings, their homes, their peace of mind. Some have fallen into despair, wondering how they could have been so blind, how they could have trusted too easily, how they could have ignored the warning signs. But you do not have to walk that path. You do not have to learn this lesson through pain and loss. You have been given the blessing of foresight, of wisdom, of preparation. Use it. Do not let it go to waste. And once you have secured yourself, once you have taken action, I ask you to do one more thing: share this message. Do not keep this warning to yourself. There are others, your friends, your family, your loved ones who may be walking unknowingly into danger. They, too, need to hear this call to vigilance. They, too, need to be prepared. Your voice could be the one that saves someone else from devastation. Your words could be the light that guides another away from destruction. Have you ever been a victim of financial fraud? Have you ever experienced the pain of betrayal, the shock of seeing your hard-earned money stolen from you? If so, do not be silent. Share your story, for your testimony could be the warning someone else needs to hear. What steps are you taking to protect yourself? What lessons have you learned? Speak, and let your words be a shield for others. I tell you the truth, in a world where scammers lurk in the shadows, knowledge is your greatest weapon. Awareness is your strongest defense. The enemy thrives in secrecy, in ignorance, in complacency. But you, my child, are not called to be blind. You are not called to be careless. You are called to walk in wisdom, to guard what has been entrusted to you, to be a light in the darkness. So take action. Do it now. Do not let this message be just another thing you read and forget. Let it be the catalyst that moves you to protect what is yours. And once you have done so, turn and strengthen your brothers and sisters. Tell them. Warn them. Arm them with knowledge so that they, too, may stand secure. I have spoken. The rest is in your hands. What will you do with this warning? Will you act, or will you let it pass you by? The choice is yours. But remember this, what you do today will determine what happens tomorrow. Be wise. Be vigilant. Be protected. And never forget my love and guidance are always with you.